100% ready. Those are the ones that are not usually ready. Okay, just calm down, read your book. At the end of the time, we'll know how ready you are. Onyekachi, it's another tuition, another school fees, new school books, maybe new bags. Parents are buying shoes. There are those beautiful kids that misplace everything and they have to go to the market afresh. This drive, how is it?
Well, it's always a season for parents to
Shout.
yes, maybe shout and then begin to cut costs. If you want to buy something for yourself somewhere, you just remember, oh, school is resuming, you need to keep this money for your children's school fees. So manage yourself, know how you spend your resources. So it's something that before you get into parenting, before you marry, you should know that these things will come into play. So somehow in your mentally, you need to be prepared for it. You may not have the resources at that time, but then you need to be conscious of it every 3.5 months or something. That's when it comes. You know, maybe 3.5, 4 months it comes. You need to pay school fees. But this season really, because of the condition we find ourselves in our country, it's really difficult. It's hard for many parents. Especially those who have many children in school, maybe 3, 4 children in school, they have to pay their school fees. Some even have some at the university that they have to pay their fees too, and then they have secondary, primary, they have to keep funding their education. So it's hard, Sam.
It is, and well, I'm just feeling for parents who have multiple kids. Those ones with 7 and maybe 5, 6, or maybe all of them are in school. It's crazy. Salaries are not going up. For those in business, they are trying to make ends meet. And education is basic. It's not like it's something that you can, let's not, you kind of have to because you're responsible. But I'm more concerned about something called karma. Do you believe in karma, Onyekachi?
No.
Okay, I'm glad you don't. Thank God you don't, because I'm free. I really dealt with my parents, growing up. I misplaced things and they really bought. They went to the market, they complained, what is wrong with you? We gave you this. Now that I have a child, I'm thinking, I hope he doesn't put me through 20% of what I put my parents through. So since you don't believe in karma, I might be free. Thank you, Onyekachi, for, ensuring that.
Does my belief really matter?
It does. You are a resource person on the front page. It really does matter. We have a break coming up soon. After that, I'll be taking your calls. But the state chairman of the Nigeria Union of Teachers, Collins Chikpe, tells correspondent Emeka Otoka that a deteriorating infrastructure and lack of teaching staff in public schools. He called on Rivers government to begin immediate recruitment of teachers to fill the gap. So there's need for that quality in education now that resumption is here.
The question is, now that schools are resuming, who are those to go and teach the children and students in the school? The schools are virtually empty. We want the government to please come to our aid and recruit 15,000 teachers. In some schools, you have only 1 teacher. Some schools, you have 2 teachers. And these students will go and compete with other students in the world. So we are lacking teachers in the classrooms. Some of the schools are in bad shape. We want the government to come to our aid and rehabilitate them so that the students can stay in a good environment to learn.
He also appealed to the state government to approve a new retirement age of 65 for teachers and ensure regular pay of impressed funds to principals and head teachers to enhance the operation of public schools. We'll take a break now. After that, I'll be taking your calls and your thoughts on different platforms. Please stay with us. Welcome back. It still is the front page, 92.3 Nigeria Info. Sam Oracle Chinedu here. We're taking the biggest stories that made headlines for this week. And my guest, Onyekachi Nwosu, is still right here with me. Hello, Onyekachi.
Hello, Sam.
All right. We have touched the passing of another Nollywood icon, Zulu Adigwe, adding to a long list of Nollywood icons that have passed on this year and years before. The commemorations from this week: World Earth Day on the 22nd of April and World Book and Copyright Day on the 23rd. And of course, the resumption of schools happening this week as well, and the challenges the parents bear heading their kids heading back to school. It's time for you to be a part of the conversation. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. We're live on Facebook and Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. You can watch as you listen and drop your thoughts on those platforms as we take them. My first response is from Tex on WhatsApp. It says, good morning, Mr. Sam and Mr. Onyekachi, for the observances. I observed Malaria Day, Thursday the 25th. That was this week.
Yeah.
How did I miss that? Oh my! I have to apologize because malaria has NIN. It's a very Nigerian. No, I'm serious. Malaria is if you feel any kind of way and you go to a pharmacy, the first thing you tell them, yeah, malaria, typhoid. So it's etched in our identity. Sorry I didn't get that text, and thanks for bringing that to my attention. By inspection and ensuring mosquito nets don't have leaks. And I'm seeing the leak I saw today. Oh my. And World Book Day, as an educationist, I pity not the authors but our descendants. Sam and Mr. Nwosu, don't complain of lack of reading. We should be more worried about the end of knowing. That feels like something I should tweet. Any assignment given to students that involves them carrying out any form of investigation, either by searching their notes, textbooks, internet, or even acquiring from people, rarely has up to 25% individual participation. You notice mass copying. Some even our small button phones have functional internet browser. All networks give daily free 50 MB for browsing, yet assignments are not done. I'm even at a loss as to how to help remedy the worsening rejection of knowledge by the current learners. Tex, thank you, Tex. I believe Tex is a teacher, if I'm not mistaken, so he knows what he sees in the classroom every day. All right, 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. Our next story is one of the biggest that broke this week. Bullying at a school. Oh my, a viral video that triggered a lot of people. I remember how I felt when I saw that. Hello, good morning.
The Oracle Chinedu, good morning to you.
Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning to your analyst in the studio, Onyekachi Nwosu.
Good morning.
Okwando Obinna is my name.
All right.
You see, on the resumption of schools, I think it is a welcome development
Okay.
for those of our kids who have been at home, giving us headache. I think this time is an opportunity for them to leave the house.
Okwando, I don't understand. Are you calling your children terrorists? We will not have that on international radio. Giving you which headache?
No, it's not the headache from terrorists.
Okay.
But my issue is on the NUT chairman in River State. Lack of teaching staff in River State. I think it is very, very unfortunate that since Right Honorable Chidike Rotimi Amechi employed teachers here in River State, there has never been any employment. The last administration that was claiming that they have done well, that they are the best since many centuries ago, nothing happened. But how can students learn when there are no teachers in the school? For a state like River State that is blessed with every other resources in this world that you can think of, I think it is a shame. And I am very, very sure that this present government will do something about it.
All right.
Because this is a government that cares about the people. not like the one that just left a
Wow, Okwando. Did you have... Good morning, Sam and Emeka. It's Onyeka, actually. Talking of World Book Day, the truth is that reading culture is gradually eroding in this generation, of which I am a victim as well. That's why it is said, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. Simply goodness. That's not accurate to this day. Maybe at some point it was. People read now. Yes, we're losing that culture, but please, black men actually read. Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Emmanuel.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Okay, I'm calling from Omagwa.
All right.
And I'm a student of MSS, Modern Secondary School, Ishokbo.
Oh, great. Talk to me.
And we are lacking science teachers, and I think this is going to disturb the students, especially the science students, because if we don't have teachers and we are not learning well, so WAEC is upcoming, and among the numbers that will write next year. So since they are not teachers, they will make us to depend on exam practice, and which that is what most of the students are doing and will pay for. There are no science students, so I'm going to use this medium to call on the government. They should bring more science students to MSS for the secondary school.
Okay, hold on. I have a few questions. While I understand I understand the challenges around not having teachers or having enough. The other option is not encouraging exam malpractice. That's not, what it leads to. So if that is an excuse for anybody to engage, please understand that it will not stand. But very, very clearly, is it that you don't have science teachers at all, or you don't have enough?
We don't have, especially for the science part, we don't have enough. Like on SS1, there are many subjects that they do not even learn at all.
Wow.
Especially in mathematics, in physics, geography, and there are many students there that have that want to study other different courses that related to those subjects in the university. Meanwhile, the school does not have such teachers.
Are you a science student?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which of the subjects, are you deficient? Which ones don't you have? What teachers?
Like mathematics.
Okay.
Geography. Physics. And other ones I can't remember now.
Okay. So how do you make up? Do you read textbooks? What do you do to fill that gap?
Yes, I have my Facebook, and my other teachers from other schools I have attended, they keep encouraging me, because even when I wrote my junior work, I did not do exam practice, and I passed very well because I read my textbook. I went ahead and I read. I was even explaining more things to my own classmates. But the issue is, to my fellow classmates, I very speak and set more concern. Even some of them, I still give them my textbook for them to go and read. So that is why.
Okay, thank you for calling. And to be clear again, what school did you say you attend?
Model Secondary School, Ishekbo.
Model Secondary School, Ishekbo. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Onyekachi, that's sad.
Yeah, it is. But I'm glad that even with that challenges, he was still able to make it, go to school, read his textbooks. But then it behoves on the school authority to do or the government rather to do the news. Why the NUT president was talking in the soundbite, he said they need more teachers. But there's a word he left: quality teachers is important, not just any teacher. I recall many years after secondary school or so, I tried to teach. I realized that I'm not cut out for it. That's the last thing I'll do. As a person, I mean, you should know.
I did not see that coming. The punchline landed. I'm not cut out for that.
No, honestly, I mean, I just cannot be a teacher. Goodness. I just know I can't teach.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So not everyone that stand in front of the pupils or students.
Yeah.
Teach them very well. So
I agree.
What we need is quality teachers.
All right, and someone whose name will not be mentioned because they want to stay anonymous says, our comments are inappropriate. This is my first time tuning to Port Harcourt's Nigeria Info. Well, congratulations. Is this segment for speculation? You and I are about to find out. How can you make comments with such uncertainty on the cause of actor's death? What the guild is doing or not, or that people don't read anymore when neither is an insider. If you had an actor, family member, guild leadership or author, that would be different. Anonymous, I'm hoping to see where you're going with this. So let's get there quicker. I'm a writer, screen and page, okay? And in the words of Vivica Fox, when she was asked what she had to say about Tara GP Henton's complaints, making bank, I'm good, but I'm taken aback by how confident. Okay, when you have a point, please send it. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
All right, continue to do. My name is Divine. I'm calling from Oji.
Okay.
I'm talking on the aspect of the reading culture and habits. I think the technology was supposed to actually improve our children, our young teenagers and children, in the aspect of reading, but somehow it has impacted on them negatively because they want to watch short clip videos, they want to post and all that. So it has really disturbed their reading culture. Okay. While we are young, what actually encouraged me then, and again, secondly, sorry, please, I see young teenagers in the streets today, loitering everywhere, moving up and down aimlessly, which is very wrong. We need to help them. As a young teenager while I was growing, you will not believe what I'm telling you. At the age of 16, 17, I have read over 78 novels. Not because I was that intelligent than any other person, no, but because I had a brother who was into sports, who encouraged me in reading. At the same time, registered me, after my secondary school, registered me with a sports council at Sabah, and I was doing taekwondo there. I went to represent my state at 1996, Makodi 96. And that kept me engaged. I didn't take into violence, into streets, into other things, because I was engaged in doing some activities that helped me. And reading was a major part of it. That helped me today. It polished my English as well. So I think we should help these children as they are growing, find meaningful things to engage them in. If not, if you engage them, they will engage themselves.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me ask you. Hold on.
Yeah.
And I want you to attempt to answer this honestly. If at your time you had this same level of distraction from social media as there is right now, the same level, do you think you would have excelled just as you did?
Very well.
Okay.
Honestly, very well. I will tell you why.
Tell me.
Now, I have kids who are growing. I have impacted that same knowledge, that same idea. Look, engage yourself in reading. They see me reading, even at this age. They see me reading, and they love reading.
All right.
They want to read. Every novel I finish reading, I still read. They pick it up, they want to read it. They have access to phones and others, yes.
Okay.
But I tell them, look, you have limits to these things. You have time for it. And this is the time. Dedicate the time. Look, I have 2 hours to this, I have 3 hours to this, I have 1 hour to this. Before you know, you don't even have time anymore.
Okay.
And then they have time for sports with me also.
Well, thank you very much.
I go out with them, run with them, play ball with them, jog with them, and then do taekwondo with them. And they're happy with it.
What are you building, my brother? Only you. They read, they do self-defense, they jog. Be calming down. But yes, I'm glad that he stated that he leads by example. The fact that he reads, that would also affect his kids. Can you imagine what it's like for Onyekachi's kids, who's always reading, always editing, always analyzing?
No, I'm just thinking, Sam, the kind of job that he is into. If he does the kind of job that some people do, you go out very early, come back very late, and then your children don't see you until maybe very early when they have to go to school. They see you also preparing, rushing out, and maybe weekend, that's when they see you. It becomes very difficult for you. I like the question you ask him, really, and you ask him to be honest about his answers. But it's important that we also know that, look, what we do, we are mirror before our children. Before they get to school, what they learn first is from their parents. They mirror what the parents do at home, and then imbibe those culture before they even get to school to meet with their teachers.
All right. So let's move on to the next one. Multiple videos of students assaulting their fellow students went viral on social media this week. In one of the videos, a group of female students were seen hitting another female student on her cheek while she sat helplessly. And following that video, the federal government set up a 7-man committee to investigate the alleged bullying incident at Lead British International School, Abuja, because the video came from that school. After the government convened an emergency meeting with the management of the school following the disturbing video footage of students bullying others emerged on social media. The committee's mandate is to investigate the events as depicted in the video and come up with expanded investigation to other schools using Lead British International School as a case study. And other things connected to that, the police say they are investigating as well the video of the female student at the school. The school itself said it has, set up an investigative committee. Everyone is investigating. The Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy Ohanenye, and her education counterpart Tahir Mamman visited the school and announced the closure of the school for 3 days. In the meantime, the perpetrator, the student who was caught on camera bullying her fellow student, has apologized. There are many other episodes to this, but let's discuss what has happened so far. So the video was released. It's caused an outrage, lots of reactions, and then the responses started. The school authority made a statement. Federal government set up a committee. School set up a committee. Now I think they say the girl has sued the school and all the other things coming from that. Bullying. Onyekachi, your take?
Well, everybody will condemn it. When I saw the video, I saw the number of slaps that this girl was able to take.
My dear,
I was shocked that she was able to take all of those number of slaps, and and she didn't even react. She just kept calm, and they were hitting her. First, I think I need to commend the girl for even having that patience and that resilience to take all of those beating from those assaults from, her colleague, her mates, her schoolmates. That's one. Number two is the fact that the school has not really, I think personally, that the school didn't quite take severe and immediate action. And that's why the parents has decided to go to court. Because I felt that at that point, that student that was found to have committed that offense or to have done that act should have been, we expected some measure of, stronger statement from the school. Not that they are investigating. No, because there are reports that thing isn't the first one. This video isn't the first one. That similar incident has been happening in that school before now. So I expected maybe the students suspended, or, a little bit more severe, but not that we are investigating. Now the police has come in to investigate. I, for one, may not really 100% take on the investigation of the police, because this is, sorry to say, the police. But then I must commend the Minister for Women Affairs, who visited there with the Minister of Education to, ask that the school be closed down for 3 days and investigations start. The good thing about all of this is that, the committee has been set up to investigate, it's going to be expanded. We'll look into all of these things and then find solution to them. It's time we find solution to them, because this is not just happening in this British school. It's happening everywhere. Not even in public schools. It happens everywhere. So the government now has decided to take action. This is going to make us look into holistically the cause, the reason, where all of these things are happening, and find solution to them. For me, that's the positive from these things.
So what about the innocent students who are not involved? You shut down school and consign me. All of us have to go home. Yeah,
the government didn't say they are shutting down the school for the whole term. It's just for 3 days. I think it's enough. I think it's not too severe. So it's just for them to investigate the thing. But I have a problem with the school management for the action they took so far, and that's why the parents went to court.
Okay. And reacting to this, National President's Association of Private Schools of Nigeria, Ovi Chukwuma, blamed parents, school administrators, and the government for the poor behavior of some students in society. He called for parenting curriculum to guide parents on how to train their children, as the home is the first foundation of education. Let's hear from him.
Government will need to apply the curriculum for home parents and so many parents don't even know what is called parenting, not to talk of training their children to become human beings. They don't know. They don't have what it takes. They just marry, born, and that is all. Send them to government school or to private school thinking that they will turn out to be or into the society or lead to the church. The beginning of training is right from the home. Parents are not equipped to raise children from the day they were born till they go to the age of entering school.
And the popular teacher and social media influencer Chike Emmanuel, otherwise known as Teacher Chike, also spoke on this.
Are we to blame the students? For me, I would say no. The reason is because these students are a sum total of experiences, of things that happen at home and in their environment. A child was born a tabula rasa, a clean slate. Whatever the child exhibits in terms of value is what they learnt from home or their students that are misbehaving and parents that are misbehaving. Very soon, those students and parents will put you in big trouble.
Okay. So someone has to blame. Let's see how this case goes. I'm sure the entire country, they're looking out for this, but I feel for the victim. There were so many parts of that video, Onyekachi, that pissed me off. And of course, I went to a boarding school. I understand how bullying works. You've very likely, as a boarding student, seen something like that play out in your school. There was a boy sitting close to the girl who was just, oh my goodness. It wasn't funny at all. It wasn't. And I really hope. Well, the girl gave an apology, and Nigerians said, no, this is not accepted. It's not good enough, because it really seemed like what came thanks to the pressure. A child psychologist, Esther Nwosu, says the schoolgirl who was bullied at British Lead International School will need therapy. The mental health professional tells our correspondent the young girl may have gone into freeze mode during the incident, which is a kind of trauma response. All right, I'll be taking your thoughts shortly. Let's move on from that to another big thing that happened this week. Chairman of EFCC, Ola Olukoyode, says former governor of Kogi, Yaya Bello, withdrew $720,000 from the state's account to pay his child's school fees in advance just before he left office on January 27. Mr. Olukoyode says while briefing journalists in Abuja. And the American International School, Abuja, where Kogi State former governor's children attended, has asked the EFCC to provide authentic banking details to refund their fees that were paid in advance. The school in a statement asked for proof of payment in order to refund the fees paid. The EFCC accused Bello of paying over $700,000 in advance for the fees of 5 children from the coffers of the state government. Wow. Wow.
If that's true, man, Sam, that's another level. Another level of it.
Oh, my. Not very far from $1 million.
But the school actually said is about $800,000. That's what, if you look at the school, the figure that the school came up with, $800,000, and then they are taking out some, fees and then refunding the rest. It's good that the school has come out to say, look, they are ready to refund.
Yeah.
It's good. But then I expect the former governor to just, go face, meet with EFCC officials and then let the court decide what happens there.
Oh, my. Okay, let's take one call before the break. 0817923 0002. 0817923 0003. Let's see. Ima Otaka says, good morning. I disagree with Onyekachi that we are mirrors in our children. He may be correct if he said some and not all. I'm a voracious reader. I made it compulsory for my daughters to do the same. But no way. They rather engage themselves more on social media. Ima Otaka, my brother, you have to try harder. Apparently, it's a process. I'm sure that court investigation gives us as much as we need from this. All right, we'll take that break now, and after that, I'll be taking more of your thoughts. Please stay with us.